So, there are certain things I do like about Walmart. I mean, even though their prices here at Walmart Canada have gone up over the last couple of years, they still do manage to undercut most competitors on most of their products. Like, I comparison shop all the time, and Walmart's prices are always comparable or lower on almost everything. They carry like such a wide selection of products. They carry everything from groceries to automotive stuff to toys to clothes to shoes to home furnishings and electronics. They have lots of locations, at least here in Canada. They're very conveniently located, like right here in the city of London, Ontario, Canada, a city of approximately 400,000 people. There's 4 Walmart locations. Another thing I like about them is their hours of operation. Like this store right here, they've taken down their Walmart sign, not because they've closed or anything, but they're in the middle of renovations right now. They're in the process of turning this regular Walmart store into a Walmart supercenter and expanding their grocery section. They're supposed to have the store done by Christmas. So, yeah, they've removed their sign for now, even though the store is still open. But this location, for example, their hours are Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sundays, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So they've got lots of locations and great hours. But you didn't tune in to find out what I like about Walmart. You tuned in for the title of the video, what I hate about Walmart. Now, I was just mentioning something about their prices. I've noticed Target came to Canada for a short period of time. They were only here for about 2 years. They came here in 2013. And then one day in January 2015, they made a very abrupt decision to close all 133 of their Canadian stores, and as well as their Canadian headquarters, and made the fateful decision to lay off 17,600 people in the process. It came as a surprise. Well, it didn't come entirely as a surprise to me that they're closing stores. I expected that they would close some stores, but I just didn't expect them to close down their entire Canadian operations so quickly. So anyways, I noticed ever since that has occurred, ever since they closed down their Canadian Target stores, that Walmart has used that as an opportunity to jack up their prices. There's certain things in Walmart that have gone up like 40 or 50% in the last couple of years. Like, some people can argue that the weak Canadian dollar, or the weekend Canadian dollar compared to how it was about 2 or 3 years ago, is partly to blame, is the reason for that. Maybe that could be part of the reason, but I really don't think that tells the whole story. I think Walmart knows that here in Canada there's little competition. They have the market cornered. And yes, even though they do manage to still undercut most of their competitors most of the time on most of their products, the fact of the matter is just that they've raised their prices dramatically on a lot of their merchandise. I just see it as being another example of corporate greed. They've just basically done it because they can get away with it, not because they have to. That's just my opinion anyways. And talking about Walmart's pricing, another thing that irritates me with Walmart is whenever you go in there, you won't always know if something's on sale. Or Yeah, you won't always know if something's on sale. Some of their stuff is clearly marked as sale merchandise, where it shows you the sale price, and then it shows you what the regular price is. But there have been times when something just has a regular looking price tag. You have no idea that's a sale price, and all of a sudden it just goes up dramatically overnight. An example I can think of off the top of my head, back in May, I was looking for a new microwave oven. The microwave oven I saw at Walmart was going for about $59 at the time, and I was planning to pick up that particular microwave oven for $59. I came in the next day without any warning whatsoever. That same microwave oven all of a sudden went up to $79. I had no idea it was on sale. There was no indication that was a sale price, but all of a sudden it just went up to $79 overnight. Went up by $20 overnight. To me, that's not right. Another thing that irritates me about Walmart is the way that they've changed their return policies. I remember a long time ago, several years ago, Walmart's return policy was you had up to 1 year to bring stuff back, whether or not you had the receipt. The only difference if you didn't have the receipt is you'd have to show a piece of ID, such as a driver's license or something like that, to make sure you're not doing a fraudulent return. And you were allowed up to three no receipt returns a year, and you could still get a full money back refund, or at the very least they might refund you the last sale price on that particular item. So now their current policy is on much of the stuff in their store, you have up to 90 days to return it as long as you have the receipt. Now what they were doing for the longest while is making it that you could do a return without the receipt. The only difference is if you return something without a receipt, A, you're going to get the last sale price, and B, you can either do an exchange or you can get a Walmart gift card. You wouldn't be able to get a refund. Just without warning, at the beginning of 2017, they changed that policy unbeknownst to me and probably unbeknownst to many other people. I tried returning something that I'd lost the receipt on. I only had it for a month. And they told me that they can't do a return on that since I don't have the receipt. And I showed it to them. It was a book I was bringing back. I showed it to them to show them that was in brand new condition. And they know that the product was from Walmart. They told me without a receipt, the only way that they would be able to accept that book back is if I could tell them exactly what day I bought it, what time I bought it at, what location I bought it from, what method of payment, and how much I paid for it. Like, who is going to remember all those details? And if you look at Walmart's, if you go up to their customer service desk, where they have their return policies prominently posted on one of their big blue signs, it doesn't say anything about that. And even on the receipts, it doesn't say anything about that. It tells you about doing returns with a receipt. It doesn't say anything about changes to their policies about no receipt returns. You know, at the very least, they could just indicate that without a receipt, that you're going to have to ask them for details about no receipt returns because the policy has recently changed. And at least at that point, they could warn you that, yeah, tell you what their new policy is on no receipt returns. They just changed it without warning, and they don't even indicate it's on the receipt or at their customer service desk. I don't know, Walmart, I guess it's just your typical big company. I've also heard many stories about Walmart mistreating their staff. Now, those are stories I've heard. Don't know how true they are. But to me, they just act like a typical big company. Will I continue to shop at Walmart? Yes, I will. As a matter of fact, I'll be buying stuff there tonight. But it's not because I love Walmart. It's because Walmart still does have competitive prices. And they do manage to beat their competitors on most of their prices. It's just, I wish that it's too bad they act the way they do. And those are the things that I hate about Walmart. Why don't you drop me a comment and let me know what you think of Walmart? Love them, hate them, feel indifferent to them? Have you ever worked at Walmart? Do you have any Walmart horror stories? Drop me a comment.